517 to scanner control. 517 to scanner control.
You want a cup of Jawa Juice?
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Jawa Juice podcast, man. I'm Josh, and that is Caleb. Woo! And we are back at it again with the second episode of the Jawa Juice podcast. How you feeling, Caleb?
I'm feeling great. This is our second one, you know. We're keeping it rolling. We're here. Not a one-hit wonder. It's second hit.
Oh, man. we're coming for you, Drake. We're going to have hit after hit. Let's go. But, yeah, there's a lot on the podcast today. I'm excited. It's going to be a solid show, the most cliche thing that any podcaster can ever say. Well, this is a stuffed show. This is a packed show. We got a lot to go through today. But,
yeah.
hey, sometimes it's true, and today's one of those days.
As you guys already know, we're going to break into the news as the first thing. So, let's get it rolling. So, the thing that I'm sure a lot of people have seen is production has ended for episode 9. All the shoots, and now they're moving on to post-production and then reshoots for the movie.
Good
So
stuff.
that's exciting. So that means there's the guys in those green screens are coming to life, and that means we're getting closer and closer to episode 9. So that's pretty exciting.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what everybody's waiting for. You know, we're all waiting for the title. We're all waiting for the trailers. And hopefully this post-production gets us just closer and closer to that. So
Yes.
I think when we get to reshoots, we're going to have more news about, like, you know, who's showing up for those reshoots, what's happening, where they're going to be for that and stuff like that. So a lot of news should be coming out about that type of stuff moving down the road.
I'm excited. Another thing having to do with episode 9, believe it or not, is Mark Hamill talking to the History Channel for his new show Nightfall. Obviously got asked about episode 9 because even the history buffs want to know what's happening.
Yeah, the history buffs are also Star Wars nerds.
That's definitely, I think there's definitely a correlation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he talked more about and still had some more negative and disparaging remarks about episode 8. I think,
Yeah.
I guess maybe not disparaging, but he was just disappointed, I guess.
I mean, have you guys seen all of those compilations of Mark Hamill, like, hinting at how bad episode 8 was going to be, or, like, how disappointing episode 8 was going to be, or how disappointing Luke was going to be in episode 8? Like, literally, he like, hinted at all of that for months leading up to the movie.
Yeah, and Kathleen Kennedy, even in one interview, like, pulled him.
Yeah,
like,
and stopped him.
Yeah, and stopped him from keeping going. So, yeah, he was definitely disappointed with the role on Luke. He just kept going on with his quotes, and he said, you know, the movie, they quoted "Let the Past Die," and they did a pretty good job of it, was one of his quotes. Just upset. But then he went on to give us a little snippet, a little sneak peek of episode 9, saying Harrison was more prominent in the first, then I was more prominent in the second, and Carrie was meant to be more prominent in the third. And I'm glad they found a way to do that. So that's pretty interesting, even though Carrie Fisher has passed. Rip General Leia, Princess Leia, what have you. They're still gonna find a way to put her in the movie for a significant role.
Do you really think Mark Hamill is being serious about, like, this? Like, is he overstating how significant it is? Because I've always kind of just assumed that it was going to be like a minor role, similar to like what she did in episode 7. Like, just because they don't have that much shooting footage of her anyway, so it's like, how could they possibly
Make her prominent.
Even if it was just like outshoots from episode 7 or, you know, other footage or whatever. Like, they only have limited footage. It's like, unless you're going to change some of the story, which there was rumors that they did early on, but it seems like it's impossible that she could actually be having a major role in the movie, even where, like, with her past.
Yeah, I definitely think she could have. I could see her having similar screen time to what they did in this last 2 movies.
With that, I just think, regardless, either way, I just don't see her having like a massive role. I think it'll be more of like a mentorship thing for, like, Rey in the Resistance type deal, you know?
It'd be a pretty wild thing to have an emotional scene or something like that with Carrie Fisher, like, you know,
Yeah.
Beyond the Grave. That'd be a pretty wild thing for cinema, I think.
I feel like J.J. Abrams recognizes that, and maybe if there is a good shot from Episode 7's shooting that would allow him and her and Luke to have like a conversation or something, like that would be really cool. So we'll see. That would be a really powerful moment though, if that was going to be possible. So I'd be looking forward to that for sure.
Tough execution, but yeah, that would be cool if there was like a Force Ghost conversation with Hamill and
that'd be
Leia.
really
That'd
cool.
be a really cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. And next on our news, we have a Chris Avellone, who has worked. He's a video game designer who's worked on Fallout, Dying Light, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Has just said that he had finished wraps on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the video game.
That'll be really interesting.
Yeah, and he'd also said that he also in a tweet said at Star Wars Celebration there was another big bomb that was going to be dropped. Maybe. So
cool.
So yeah, that could mean another announcement for another Star Wars video game along with this one. And Josh, this brings me to ask the question: do you think Star Wars will finally have a good video game on this new generation of consoles?
Thanks, EA.
Yeah.
Thanks, EA, for ruining Battlefront. I really appreciate that.
We don't have any emotional connection to those games.
Oh my word, man. That was the most disappointed I've ever been for a video game. I was so excited for when that was coming out. I was so pumped.
The first, because
oh my goodness, Battlefront. I mean, just
it was
the
my
original
second
Battlefronts were the best games on PS2/Xbox
I
ever.
played the Battle of Geonosis so many times.
I know.
I literally
And then
played...
for the new Battlefronts to suck so bad, like literally so depressing. Oh my word! But I could just rant about that for 45 minutes.
No, for sure. Ship battles were epic in that game, but man, just the pay to play.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. Like the multiplayer was so simple.
Yeah,
there wasn't a campaign.
The leveling up wasn't that worth it.
There wasn't any type of single player mode like Galactic Conquest.
No, the lack of campaign. The second Battlefront
at least had the campaign.
Yeah,
which was interesting, and it was canon.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It was pretty fun. It was short but fun. You know,
Yeah.
it was like only like 5-8 hours.
Yeah,
which that's
but
nothing.
still, at least it was cool.
But Battlefront 1 was especially disappointing. But then Battlefront 2 had the big controversy.
Yeah, exactly. With all the pay to play, but I think this could be a cool game though. I mean, the ideas behind it are cool. We'll see if it can, fall into place and actually be a solid one.
Yeah, I mean, Knights of the Old Republic is almost pretty much as good as it gets.
It's been a long time since a good Star Wars game, since Battlefront 2. So, I think it could definitely has potential to be solid for sure.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what the new one is. Maybe a bounty hunter game. Or another Knights of the Old Republic. I think people.
It'd be interesting if they could figure out another way to do another type of multiplayer type. Our quick question for the day, kind of following the news, it kind of wraps the news up. But our quick question of the day is: would you rather live in the prequels or the original trilogy?
This is interesting because the prequels. You think at first like, oh, that's clearly the better one because it's ruled by the Jedi, but then there's the giant intergalactic war. And
exactly.
Your home is brought to turmoil, and lots of.
I mean, we saw in the Clone Wars how many planets were.
Peaceful planets, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I mean, at the end of the day, percentage-wise, your chances of having your life impacted were probably actually lower in the Clone Wars because the Empire, started ruling with force almost everywhere, right? Yeah. So, when it comes to that. I mean, realistically, you're going to live through both of them. But, in a world where you're only living through one or the other, considering, it's only, a 20-year difference.
Yeah. You're probably hitting them both.
Yeah, you're probably hitting them both. But, say if you're going to, be an old person, that's... anyway, let's just say you only live in one or the other. I think I would still choose the prequels.
Really?
Yeah. See,
the thing is... I don't know. I feel like the Empire.
Wait. Wait. There's an added bonus. If you live in the saga, by the end of the saga, the Empire is destroyed.
I know. That was kind of so it starts off good and ends bad. And the other thing is, how much if the Empire is just there and there's not really fighting and I'm not a rebel, how much is this affecting my day-to-day life? You know? Like, if I do all the paperwork and stuff.
I mean, in Rogue One, we see that the Empire is like stealing natural resources and stuff.
Well, yeah. But I'm not like a natural resource guy. I'm just selling my wares. I'm just a banker. Dude, if I'm a banker, I'm raking it in. No, but yeah, I'm just, I just got a local shop selling some food.
Yeah. All right.
You know?
Yeah, and then Jar Jar walks by and tries to eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
it's that big a
okay,
deal.
yeah. So I don't know. I still think I would choose the sequels though.
I think I'd choose the original trilogy.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah.
Live in different worlds, man.
I know, crazy.
Well, that was a quick question. I can't wait till we actually have drops, so like we can actually feel like we're separating this into actual segments. But so that was the quick question. One day we'll have awesome drops for you, and you're gonna love it. But right now we're gonna move into our episode 9 theory segment, which will be a pretty common theme for the next few months. Basically, the next 8 months until 9 months until Star Wars comes out. But episode 9 theories. What do we have in store today, Caleb?
Okay. So, the main thing we're going to be talking about is could Kylo Ren have an apprentice for the new movie?
Yeah.
What do you think, Josh?
That's interesting, man. My biggest thing is he strong enough in the Force or like well trained enough in the Force to even have his own apprentice? Like, is that even like a possibility? You know, how does he feel about apprentices? Apprenti?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it goes both ways, right? Because both of his masters kind of felt like he was used by them.
He was used, yeah.
Yeah, both by Luke and by Snoke. It's definitely an interesting thing. I mean, I think personally, if to rule the galaxy in the way that he'd want to as, supreme leader, as Hux called him, I think he has to have an apprentice.
To be able to do his dirty work for him?
Yeah, exactly. So he can have people sent around. I think this could bring in the Knights of Ren.
I could see that. I could see that.
By having them as his like apprentices.
Oh, I'm down.
And so,
yes, I'm in. Let's go.
And so
how much I love the Knights of Ren.
And he's like, let the past die. So that could mean like, screw the rule of 2. Like, yeah, the rule of 2's dumb.
Let's have 10. Like,
yeah, exactly.
They'll all be under me.
So he could have a bunch of Sith apprentices.
And that would be interesting, man. Because then, like, how he was used by Luke, and then they end up turning on each other. And then Kylo's used by Snoke, and they end up turning on each other. So would Kylo use them, and then they turn on him?
Or he feels like they're more of like an oligarchy, and they're like a band. Like there's no like Kylo Ren's kind of the leader, but at the same time, yeah.
I mean, again, I love the idea of having a Knights of Ren. Like be almost the focal point of the movie. I love the idea.
I mean, I think it's a good way to do it too. Like it'd be sick. We've been taunted by this group of guys that we don't know this whole time. And
we've already been down the space station route. We've already been down like the episode 2 Galactic War route. We've been down the episode 3. Like you definitely need like a new angle on things, and so this would be a really really cool way to finish it, I think. So it's unfortunate because I think I will be disappointed if the Knights of Ren aren't involved that much, but I don't want to get to that point where I'm like, man, even if it's a good movie and there's no Knights of Ren, but yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome if the Knights of Ren were basically just Kyle's apprentices, and that's kind of how the movie flows through that. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, and like they all have like different lightsabers and stuff. My question is like, then how the heck would Rey beat them? If she's like it?
That's what I'm saying. Kylo and Rey it would be the enemies are our enemies are friends. When we have the same enemies, we were friends.
Yeah, but I don't know if like what if they don't turn on him though? I mean, eventually they have to, but like that could be the way down the line. Like right now,
Right.
I don't know. And my other big question is, does Kylo Ren even care that much about the rebels because they're so small? Like they are so weak at this point, they don't have a chance. Like they can't get to the First Order right now.
I mean, it'll depend if he knows that Leia's alive, right? Because if he knows Leia's alive, then he'll care.
You think he wants to kill her?
No, but he'll care
No.
about him. That was the question.
I also think that's just so weird. Like, you know, you become like the leader of the whole universe, and like your mom's not proud of you. Your mom's
Yeah,
like, just
screw
pissed.
you.
Screw you. I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah, I mean, and it'll depend like how much, like what he feels about Rey and how he feels about Luke, because and depending on how much Luke is involved, which I really hope Luke is heavily involved, because we need to see that good Jedi Luke with his wisdom. But yeah, that would. I'm really interested to see how that comes around. I could definitely see. I mean, I expect that he'll care about the Resistance, and I'm assuming the Resistance is going to kind of make a comeback, and we're gonna see Poe and Finn doing their thing, you know, and we're gonna see Lando will bring the reinforcements, and we're gonna have a rebuilt Resistance, and then Rey will be, you know, trying to lead that cause to take down the First Order, right?
I mean, it would just be sick if that was the final fight scene. Instead of it just being a ship battle, it's a ground troops battle on, like that'd be really cool. Like, cause Crate kind of got you excited that that's what it'd be, and never was. In Episode 8,
Yeah.
you know that it was trenches. We're gonna have warfare, and like and Rogue
like,
One did that more.
trench warfare. Oh,
But it's like, yeah, just a little group, and it's like a bunch of people with blasters and Rey at the front, and then there's all the
Yeah.
Knights of Ren, and
I mean,
everybody's just battling.
I think
them.
I see it.
Pretty cool.
It's got to kind of fall out. The end is going to be similar, as in like how it's shot and like what scenes are happening at the same time. It's going to be similar to Episode 6, right? There will probably be a space battle happening while there's a land battle happening, while Rey and Kylo are fighting the Knights of Ren or whatever, right?
I mean, I guess so. There definitely has to be a ship battle because again, they have to get there somehow.
Yeah.
And like Kylo Ren, I don't know, like maybe they.
And you're not going to waste Poe, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Poe's too cool. His space abilities are too cool to waste, you know.
Exactly. That's some pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
they'll do that for sure. Or like, what if there's like, okay, so then, say there's the Knights of Ren,
Okay.
and then, would you be upset if, Luke comes to Rey as a Force ghost, and it's like, Poe and Finn have the Force.
I'd
And
be
then-
upset.
And then they train them, and then they fight.
Because in that's taking, again, we're talking about it's the same J.J. Abrams interpretation of the Force versus Rian Johnson's interpretation of the Force.
And then then it's just Rian Johnson.
Because in
Yeah,
Rian
screwing
Johnson's
it over.
interpretation of the Force, basically it seems like anyone has the Force as long as they're trained to use it. But no one knows how to tap that potential unless you're trained to do it. So, but I think JJ's going to kind of go back to the more traditional Star Wars route. So I really doubt it, but I would be pretty frustrated if Poe and Finn both were just suddenly Jedis, you know,
Or maybe just Poe. I don't know.
or more likely just Finn, right?
I don't know, but Poe's the one who's the pilot.
Yeah, but Finn was he was called by like the good, you know, like when they were going to shoot the village in Episode 7. And
Yeah, the Force came to him.
Yeah, and Kylo sensed it because their whole ploy in that movie was to make us think that Finn was the Jedi at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
mean,
all the
even on the
trailers.
first marketing, we were all like, "Oh, he's the Jedi."
Yep.
And it was Rey.
Yep. So, yeah, I think I'd be a little frustrated. Would you be more frustrated if Luke came back to life, or if Luke basically was like barely in the movie?
That was kind of my other than theory, is if there's no other Jedi, like the Force Ghosts are gonna help Rey win.
Yeah.
And that's why like Hayden Christensen would be there on the reshoots.
Yeah.
Like, there'd be like Obi-Wan Force Ghosts, like. But that would also kind of make sense because Rian Johnson kind of did that with Yoda being able to zap the tree.
Yeah. Exactly. Rian Johnson pushed the boundaries of what's possible to Force. That's for sure.
And so the Force Ghosts like helping Rey would like, I don't know.
Well,
I'd definitely be more disappointed if he wasn't in it than that happening.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I just don't feel like that's the right way to go about it, because like
to bring Luke back. Yeah.
It's just consciousness. Like in like the Clone Wars episodes, like we see Yoda like going and learning how to keep himself like in the Force, to preserve his consciousness.
Yeah, with
and the other thing is like we learned it was like a special thing that very few people were able to do, only if the Force needed you to do it so that you could train and continue the Jedi like legacy.
Yeah,
much. So
which is what is happening right now.
Exactly, and that's why Yoda again came back,
and why Luke will be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But again, they had to go learn that power, which I'm figuring Luke was able to do because he was, but he shut himself off from the Force, so it's like in the same light. Was he able to do that? Because it was a learned thing.
They could easily justify that he learned to do it before he shut himself off from the Force.
That's I guess that's very true. He did have a large time gap.
Yeah.
And that's why Yoda, we saw in episode 3 talk to Obi-Wan, is like, you got to learn how to do this or else it's over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a great way to connect it all. I loved how they did that.
Yeah, that was a great part in episode 3.
Yeah. Too bad they didn't fill all the plot holes for Obi-Wan, because there's still a lot. But hey, you can't be perfect. It's 30 years in the future, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
You can't always nail it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm sure the Clone Wars was a very different connotation in 1977 than it was in
the 2000s. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. Kylo is so interesting to me for this whole movie, and I can't wait to see like how that falls into place. Like
what's gonna happen to the First Order?
What Force Ghost would you be most interested in seeing that's not like
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan?
if Ewan McGregor came back as a Force Ghost, yeah, that's for sure what I want the most.
How do you think he would play a part if that was the case? Like, what does he bring to the table that
Rey, you are my daughter.
Oh my goodness.
Me and Duchess
literally
Satine.
Impossible. There's no way. That literally is impossible.
Satine and I had a child.
It'd have to be great. It'd have to be granddaughter.
Yeah, granddaughter. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Duchess Satine and I had you.
Well, had your mom.
Yeah, had your mom. And yeah, so because they were on Mandalore or whatever, and then Satine dies because Darth Maul kills Satine in front of Obi-Wan, and then. By the way, if you haven't watched the Clone Wars, shameless plug, before the new stuff comes out, Josh and I'm sure we'll have, before that happens, we'll have like the
Star Wars binges.
Yeah, we'll have like the 10. We'll talk about like 10. You need to see before it comes out.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. What you need to know going into the new seasons.
Need to know, and what you need to watch.
But anyway, for sure.
And the Mandalore story still hasn't ended, by the way, and that's going to be ended in this new Clone Wars. So that's what in the last Clone Wars episodes, I also heard, Josh. They had said this a while ago that there was going to be a Kashyyyk episode with Chewbacca and Yoda, because it's pushing the wars, and the Bad Batch, the commandos from the video game, would be with them sieging in Kashyyyk. And
that's sick.
I'm like, oh, please happen. That'd be the coolest thing.
No, that's sick. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, that'd be so awesome. But anyway, yeah, one of the Satine's sister was like a part of like the Death Watch Mandalorians, looking like Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Yeah.
She takes care of him, and drops her off.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be really sick.
It's still possible that Rey could be somebody. It's not too late to just.
No, yeah, and I think
if Ryan Johnson gave the bird to you, you could easily just the same give the bird to Ryan Johnson.
Oh, 100%. And it's
I'd
so
be okay
easy
with
to
it.
say that Kylo or Snoke basically tricked her into believing that she's nobody. Because
and
that would have been the easiest way for Rey to join them, was for her to believe that she was no one. Because if she was Luke's daughter, there's no way she's ever joining Snoke or Kylo. Or if she's
but in the same
Obi-Wan's granddaughter.
Kylo was Han Solo's.
Yeah,
But I guess Snoke used it as the whole Anakin thing.
Yeah,
Tricked him with
Snoke
Darth
used
Vader.
the Anakin side. But if exactly. So I'm just saying, I just think for them it'd be way easier for her to believe that she's no one. So you could easily justify that they tricked her and then decide that, oh wait, your parents are actually these people,
Or Leia is your mom.
or whatever.
And you guys are siblings. That's why you were first Force connected. It wasn't a mistake.
I'm not ruling that out. I really am. I'm not, because think about it. If you knew that your son was going into Jedi training and you weren't
Became
very happy
evil.
about it, and you really didn't want it to happen, and you were worried about him and his anger issues and stuff like that, if you were just having a daughter, while he was gone, you had a daughter and he didn't know about it, what do? You hide her, So I could see it, but at the same time, if that was the case, then how would he
They would
lose?
come back.
Well, yeah, and he lost the Millennium Falcon, and it was in Jakku. So how would they have not ever found that?
There's a big serendipity.
Yeah. So I doubt that's the case. I'm going to assume JJ's going to leave it at she's a nobody, and that probably he's just going to leave it at she was. I don't know why. Maybe she was a Force baby, like Anakin.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah. So do you think that she could have just been a Force baby?
Maybe.
She was created by Snoke or somebody to.
The issue is you have to have a reason for why Rey is so powerful.
Yeah, but it's the stupid Ryan Johnson.
And so Ryan
Force.
Johnson's reason is that the light rises to meet the darkness, right? But it makes sense because Luke cut himself off from the Force. So that's how they made it. That's why they made it make sense. Because Luke was disconnected from the Force, so someone incredibly powerful had to rise insanely quickly.
Leia was still insanely powerful with the Force, though.
Well, we don't know if she'd ever used the Force before then, besides a connection with Luke. Before she
Till the 8th movie.
well, that's what I'm saying. Before she Mary Poppins away. But
The other thing too is in the 7th movie, they cut out a scene where Maz Kanata used the Force.
yeah, they cut it out for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's dumb. That's why. Because it's a bad story. But yeah, I either way, that'd be interesting. I just don't know where I stand on Rey's story. I think we can probably talk about it more in the future, but I don't know if I want her to be a nobody, if I want her to be a Skywalker or anyone else.
Her arc is so interesting because she's just one the whole time.
Yeah.
She just win.
She never loses, and it was all all that time was within a span of a few days or a week or whatever. We don't know exactly how much time it was, but a very quick amount of time in episode 7 and 8. So there's so much change that could happen. She could be incredibly different a year down the road,
How much jump was there between episode 4 and 5?
I don't know. Not much. Not much because, I mean, from little to nothing. I mean, Luke had a little bit more time to become a Jedi.
Yeah, more time than there was.
Are you saying? Wait, are you saying 4 and 5 or 6 or 5 and 6?
What?
Are you saying between 4 and 5 or 5 and 6?
No, 4 and 5. I know the jump between 5 and 6.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you said 5 and 6.
No, yeah, 5 and 6. Yeah,
Does not make it clear exactly how much time elapses between the 3 movies, but the canon indicates there's 4 or 5 years between the destruction. Oh, wow, interesting. Okay, so there's 3 years between the Battle of Yavin and the Battle of Hoth. So, yep, 3 years.
Yeah, man, they should have done that with 8.
I mean, it sounds like it's going to be about a year, is what all the rumors are saying. So
that's still so much shorter than any of the time jumps ever.
I know.
Because you think about, episode 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, and then 4 to 5 and 5 to 6, and now we're going, and so they give them years amount of time.
Oh, I know. Then we went literally 0 time jump, and now we're going to go 1 year time jump.
Which is the least amount of any of the trilogy.
Oh, I know. I mean, 3 years, 3 movies are spanning a year.
That's so dumb. That's not enough time for a saga. How can you write a book like that was, it's just, it breaks all the rules. And
again,
it's just
they can make time
unfathomable.
Progress as much as they want. Like, they can have the First Order rebuild incredibly fast. The Resistance rebuild incredibly fast, and then it's like nothing. It doesn't really matter how much time.
It's illogical. But the thing is, like, Rey doesn't have enough to, like, it took all the Jedi in the Order years to become masters.
But at the same time, it's like if they skipped 5 years down the road, and they're all going to look the exact same. It's like, I don't know. They could probably have skipped like 5 years at most.
I would have felt better if they skipped 5 years, because then it gives some background to Rey.
But then you do have to take up a lot of screen time, like filling the holes. Like, all right, well, now why'd this happen? Why'd this happen? You have to like answer all these questions for the past 5 years.
But really you don't, because think about all the old movies. They didn't answer a lot of questions. Like, you just, in episode 2, you have the elevator scene with Obi-Wan and Anakin, and they're just talking about some of their missions, for that.
Yeah, but they were they did fill it though. They filled the prequels with the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but that wasn't until years after. Yeah,
but they were planning on it for a while. So
yeah, but
it's a little different.
But like, you don't like, and even from episode 2 to 3, it was years.
I mean, I guess who's to say they wouldn't do it with episode 7, 8, and 9? They could have an animated show about F7, 8, and 9 if they wanted to. Now they can't because of the time.
Yeah, because there's nothing to fill.
Yeah,
there's no. And
interesting.
That'd
have been interesting if they would have. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, well, the thing is, if they would have.
Yeah, missed opportunity there for them. But I think we can probably move on now to our highlight of the episode, I'd say. This is a good one,
guys. Strap in.
You got to strap in because this is about to be wild. So we wanted in the season of draft season. We are NFL fans. We have an NFL podcast. If you guys want to go check that out, if you guys are NFL fans, the link's in the description. But
whoop, whoop.
Draft seasons. We're in the middle of draft season right now, and to celebrate, we're doing a Star Wars draft, and this draft is going to be a reality television show cast from the most irrelevant side characters in Star Wars.
Yes. So which one? We're each having shows. Josh and I are competing networks. Yeah. We're like, which characters do we need in our show
to get the better ratings?
Yeah, to get the most drama and entertainment.
And so we're basically not allowing any of the main characters. So we kind of like subjectively decided who the main characters, and this is basically just TV, the actual movies. And so we basically just decided, okay, who are side characters, who are main characters, cut out all the main characters, and any side character is a possible option.
Yes.
So there's a lot to choose from, and it's
so
could
many
get
characters.
pretty wild. So
Okay.
I had the first pick. I kind of like had the first choice last time in our last draft we did. So Caleb, you get the first pick in this draft.
Okay. This
So
is
where are you
hard.
going with this?
I could literally go in any direction.
I'm so excited.
And it would not be. But to me, I was just looking over at
That's
all the
one
characters.
I really want. I'll be pissed if you take it.
I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so my thing is, like, there's a lot of male characters that I can choose from, but there isn't a lot of female, and you need the both male and female action to make this exciting. So I'm gonna go with Ula, the dancer.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you need the hot girl in the house. You have to have it. You know, you gotta have that sexual tension.
So for those who aren't aware, Ula is Jabba the Hutt's dancer in episode 6. Oh my! Who is replaced very quickly by
Ula the slave dancer.
Leia.
I feel like that's the only one I gotta go with.
Ula the slave dancer.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man. Okay. At least you didn't take who I really wanted. All right. So,
Okay.
but that is a pretty good reason. You do need the woman in the house to really throw the drama around. But see, we don't really know anything about her personality. You know, like she could be the most boring person around. We don't know. Who knows?
Wait, she's not there for the personality.
I mean, hey, true. But see, they're the most interesting characters in Star Wars, man. Because I'm getting a 2-for-1 with my first pick.
That was my second one I was gonna take, man. It was tough. That was
Foden Bead, baby. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The pod race announcers in episode 1.
Yep,
oh
those
my!
were-
It's Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm hyped. I got a 2-for-1 with my first pick, and these guys are wild guys. They know how to have fun. I mean, they're combined people.
They're
2 for 1.
entertainment to start with. I mean,
They are literally in the broadcasting business. I mean, they're entertainment to start with. They know how to put on a show. And I think they were 100% guaranteed to be the 101. I think you really missed your opportunity there.
I mean, again, not a lot of. I needed some drama. So
All right, cool.
those Twi'leks, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, Foden and Bede were definitely up there for me. But
I'm hyped. I'm really hyped.
I think for me, who I next need is my house.
Okay.
It's tough, but I'm gonna go with Boss Nass. Boss Nass is my 2 pick. He is the life of the party.
Misawana. Misawanta.
He's loud. He's obnoxious. He's gonna be hard to live with.
Oola.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure he's hornballs. So I'm gonna take. I gotta take Boss Nass. He's a good time.
Oh wow. All
He's
right.
drama. He's for sure drama.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, we're doing 5 draft picks, by the way. We're both taking
Yes.
5. Okay. See, I'm all about the drama, and like with drama comes anger and rage, and the frustration of daily life. And no one will get more frustrated at daily life and be more pissy than Sebulba. I'm taking back-to-back pod racing picks, all right? This is some big stuff here. Big stuff here. And, I mean, think about how pissed Sebulba is going to be all the time, And he's going to have those rant scenes in reality TV that just get huge ratings because he's so pissed. He'll be cussing out Foden Bede and the rest of my household.
Yeah, he'll be pushing around people. I see it.
Yeah, but, of course, in
definitely
his own
see it.
language, of course. But, yep.
He's the typical like roided out dude on the show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. That thinks way too highly of themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
Cocky
think
guy.
I'm in pretty good positioning right here with my first 2 picks. The drama is going to be off the board. The entertainment value is insane.
So for a show, you need the person that gossips. You need the gossipy person. You know, the one it's gonna stir the pot all by itself, and I don't have to do anything. And who is a bigger gossip, a bigger just evil mouthpiece than Mos Amida from Star Wars? That's right, the blue-horned guy who's always right by Chancellor Palpatine's side. That dude is like, yeah, he is.
What is he? Again, you're picking zero personalities. I mean, Boss Nass. Okay, I'm lied. 2 out of 3. All right. We don't even know what he's
that guy in the back.
All we know about him is that
he's like the gay best friend. He's the gay best friend.
Yeah,
that is what he is.
Yes.
He's like, you know, he's gassing Palpatine up. Oh, you look so good. By the way, Padme's, you know, she's a total B. You know, I heard she did this, with that. You know, that's what Mos Amida is.
Oh my
He's the town gossip. He's gonna get everybody mad at each other.
Wow. Oh
yeah.
Man. Whew. All right. Nah, see. Oh man, I'm debating on this one. I could go. Oh no. Oh, I could go so many ways with this. I'm so torn. I'm trying to figure out who you're gonna take after me. You know, so who will get back to me? Man, I'm tempted to go. Wow. Should I? I think I have to take him in the theme of the podcast, man. I have to take old Dex. Dexter's Diner. Dex will be the cook of the household, man. He will keep things afloat. He'll bring the good vibes, you know? Oh, Sebulba. and he'll talk about Camino darts all the time. And, you know, Photo and Beat will always mess with him, make jokes about how fat he is and, you know... You know, Mr. Four-Armed, you know, guy. You know, Foden Beat will always have fun with him. It'll be fantastic ratings for the show, and I mean, who's not gonna want to watch this? This is some high-class television right here. Who you got?
I think for me, I gotta go with Salacious B. Crumb.
No.
Yes, I have to go with Salacious B. Crumb. He's a wild man. He's gonna annoy everybody. He's for sure to get people in fights. He's like the perv.
He was my wild card that I said I had in my back pocket.
Oh, you really?
Yes. No.
Yeah. So always making the creepy remarks about, like, he's like, Ula is gonna be smashing someone at some point, and Salacious B. Crumbs he's videotaping it in the closet.
Gosh.
He's oh man.
Oh man, I left in a tough spot now. Dang it. I was banking on him being my 5th pick. Now I don't know. I have 2 more picks, but I don't know if now I'm all confused.
And you know, him and Ula have that connection.
Yeah, they've been in the same spot for a while, you know. Okay, now this is a really interesting pick. I have kind of 3 people who I'm interested in here. And one's a little different, like a little offshoot pick that I think, you know, he's a little bit of underdog, you know, but I don't know if I want to take him because I think there's another one who I think would create a lot of drama and be, you know, he's always very stubborn. Okay, I'm gonna go three Mos Eisley characters, and I'm going with Watto. Anakin. And that is you, Annie. So, I mean, I got Watto,
the Troy
Photo Embiid, Sebulba, Dex. Oh my goodness, I am loaded with drama here. I mean, this is unfair, man. I don't know how you're competing with this amount of drama. Watto's gonna get pissed because Photo and Beat are gonna be lowballing him for, you know, some deal he's trying to make, even for, like, you know, Photo and Beat like forget their wallet back home and they're gonna ask Watto to pay for their in and out, and Watto's gonna be like, I don't accept those credits, and
oh no, I like it mine a lot right now. Got Boss Nass, the loud guy, Ula, sexy girl. You got Mos Amida, the gossip, and Salacious B. Crumb. He's just a wild, crazy perv guy. He's just the creep.
All right.
Man.
So who are you sitting on for your final pick here?
To kind of compliment Masamita, I think you gotta have someone that would tick him off too.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta create some drama because Boss Nass will upset everyone. Ula, that's
Salacious B. Crumb will piss off Ula.
and everyone,
Yeah. Of course.
and for sure everyone. So I think I'm gonna go with Mon Mothma. Yeah, it was.
What?
I think another girl in the house.
you get the woman on woman drama.
So Salacious B. Crow's still gonna be a creep. Boss Nass still gonna be a creep.
Has Mom Mothma ever talked faster than like 3 words a minute?
That's probably not true. Yeah, I don't think so. But I don't think Masamita's ever talked. He just kind of gives you the eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, on opposing sides, they both got that Senate experience. They both hate each other. I needed some drama there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, I can see where you're coming from there, but let's be honest, that was a trash pick because I'm going to win this draft. Okay, I mean, you're right. I don't have a woman yet, so I need my drama, my sexual tension for my reality show. So I mean, this is a pretty easy pick here.
Are you going with another episode 1 person?
Another episode 1 character.
You're gonna lose.
Corday. Yes.
Oh,
Queen Amidala.
You're gonna go with Court. She just blows up.
Exactly. She was obviously a great character. Just she didn't have time to develop in the movie. So she obviously has a ton of personality. She's very nice. Very she's got her look together. And I mean, Fode and Beads, the Bulba, Watto, Dexter. Oh my goodness! And
You literally
Corday.
all your characters are from episode 1. And
Episode
2.
1, 4 from episode 1, 1 from episode 2. This is a dominant draft right here. Because let's be honest, what movie has better side characters in episode 1? None. No other movie, of course. Episode 1 is a comedy movie disguised
as a
Star Wars movie.
Well, I got Ula, Boss Nass, Masamita, Salacious B. Crumb, and Mon Mothma.
So we're gonna put this poll. If you're watching on YouTube, you can vote in the top. Oh gosh, your top right corner. My top left, your top right, and you can vote on the poll there. And we're gonna put it on our Twitter as well, so you can go follow our Twitter, links in the description, and you can vote on that poll there. So. Again, my final picks were Fode and Beads, Sebulba, Watto, Dexter, and Corday. Easy wins. Oh my goodness, easy wins. And I would watch this reality show every day of my life if this was an option. Man, this is too good.
Same here for mine. I just love to see Mon Mothma just sitting there, like on her the alone camera, or like
like the solo cam, and you're just talking to the camera,
and she's just so pissed off. Like, oh, it'd be so funny.
Salacious B. Crumb
Salacious B.
is the
Crumb on the
worst
solo cam. Oh,
creature on the galaxy.
Yeah, I cannot believe Salacious. He was watching me while I was in the shower. I cannot believe, just so straight faced.
Nah, oh my word! But the drama between Watto, Sebulba, and Fode and Bead is just. I mean, it's too good.
Oh my gosh!
It's just too good to beat. But well, guys, that wraps it up. That does it for episode 2 of the Star Wars Study Podcast. As always, guys, follow us on Twitter. Check us out on socials. The links are down in the description if you're on YouTube. And these videos will be going. These podcasts will be going up on other social media. I mean, other. Podcasting sites soon. We're kind of waiting until we have a few made before we put them all up there. So be on the lookout for that. Probably next week is when they'll show up on Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. As always, guys, I'm Josh and that's Caleb. Whoop, whoop. And classic, may the force be with you. We'll see you next week. See ya.
Yep. Bye.